This is Audible.
Blue Wolf Productions presents Robin Williams at Audible.com with Robin Williams and Bonnie Hunt, Part 1.
Today, we're here with Bonnie Hunt. Welcome, Bonnie Hunt.
Robin, is it funny to interview somebody you know?
Yeah, it's kind of frightening because you know everything. You know the secrets. I don't know.
That's right, don't you get mean.
What? I won't get mean on you.
No,
Oh, yeah.
I know you won't.
What, couldn't you pick one color to wear? Come on. You are a director. You are working in films, and not just the adult movies we've loved, those ones you've done.
Thank you very much.
Well,
my first adult film appearing nude is when they suggested that I do comedy. That's how it all began.
That's when they said, you mind? Put on these glasses.
Do you mind facing forward? I said, I am.
Good night, everybody.
That's right.
Then the hairdresser came in. I'm going to have to work on...
I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair. No. Oh.
Cream rinse? I thought it was just an evening. Good night, everybody.
Please.
We've started off. We've gotten rough in the first 5 minutes.
No, I think it's because we're here and
we're naked.
We're naked.
Yes.
It's going the same place.
I know.
Yeah,
and I
you're
said
way
that,
ahead of
and
me.
that's not the microphone you're talking. Oh, wait a minute.
I didn't know we were going to play ring toss.
Whoopsie. Brought to you by Viagra, the gift that keeps on giving. Remember.
Have you taken that?
What?
Viagra?
Right now. Hold on, it's all the blood leaves my...
Oh, dear.
Grandpa, aren't you happy to be on Viagra?
Oh, geez, Robin, perhaps you should take 2 pills.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Just to help.
Just kidding.
Oh, God! Oh!
Don't, why do you, those are not the sound effects you make.
No.
I mean, not that I know, because I don't.
No, these are the ones I make.
Oh, that's something to look forward to.
Who's your shepherd? Just gonna
My husband says, be quiet, don't ruin it. Don't bring me into the present time.
Wash up, we're through.
Oh, dear.
I know, that's
That's
rough.
Catholic sex.
Yeah, really. Mm-hmm. Brace yourself, it's over.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Are you awake?
Me?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's a sex joke.
No, I thought now. I just wondered if it's okay. We just wanted to make sure.
No, you weren't. You were doing a sex joke,
No,
and I
I'm
wasn't
not going
with
to do
you.
any more sex jokes with you. I
Oh,
can't.
please.
You want? Okay.
No.
No. What are these? A party
It's
thing?
easy to go dirty, and it's funny.
No, not always easy. You can't.
No, it's pretty easy.
Well, we'll come back from there then. You're right. We should stay clean.
Did I say stay clean?
No, bitch.
I'm signaling to you to stay clean.
Signaling,
I didn't
yeah.
say it.
What does that mean? Yeah, go clean. Stay with me. Who's your daddy?
I'm slicing some soap up on crackers.
Ooh. And then? What happened?
That's for lunch, honey, to wash your mouth out with soap.
Oh. And we're also giving away genuine smoked Polish sausage. We have it there.
They're
It's
fresh, they're not smoked.
right there. They're fresh. They're right there. I mean, I'm amazed these things don't squeal when you pull them out of the package. They're that good. I'm telling you that. Bonnie, coming from Chicago, you were a nurse. You went to...
That's right. I eat a lot of sausages.
Right there.
A couple of 2-3 sausages every morning just to get going, get your
just to jump
protein
you
level up
up
and
high
your
there.
carbohydrates at the same time if you have them both on a bun.
That's on a bun. I'll tell you, that's the best way to start the day. Our lines are still open there. If you've had a sausage on a bun, call. We've even got that line open. Ben, you remember Chicago in a wonderful way there. You're obviously, your film work talks about Chicago. You grew up there. You have coming from an interesting background. Tell us about your family, Bonnie.
The fact of the matter is, when we were going to go out to dinner, my dad would say, we're going out to dinner. And there's 7 kids that we know of. And
The other ones you'll find out later.
That's right.
Hi, Bonnie. My name's Pete.
Once I make it really big, yeah, they'll be coming out of the woodwork. But when my dad would say we're going to go out to dinner, and we had this big, the station wagon that everybody had in the 70s, early 70s. And you put all the 7 kids in the car, my mom and dad. My dad would roll up the windows, light up a Winston, with the air conditioning on. It was just really a cancer oven. And then we would drive to the Quick Shake, which was 2 blocks away, and it was a drive-through.
And that was going out?
That was our dinner out.
And he made reservations.
Of course he did.
Hi, you're the 4 o'clock?
We're going to be the 3rd car. Yeah, it was exciting.
Now
I
serving.
remember it was called the Quick Shake, and it was on Addison down the street from Wrigley Field. And that was our big place out. My dad knew Bob, the owner. My dad was Bob, so was Bob Squared.
So Bob Square going out that night.
That's right.
And they just go over there and what do you kids want?
They had great shakes, though.
Vanilla?
Don't you ever taste something and then it brings you right back? Well, okay, I'm not even going to give you that setup.
Well, I remember that. Boy, is that familiar.
Lucille! Oh, dear.
Boy, is that me?
No, it is
deja
true.
vu.
Oh, dear. Oh, świnia gówno pasza drogą. That's Polish.
Yeah, no. So explain to our Polish listeners what you just said for the folks at home who don't speak
I said
Polish.
you're talking like a swine, and you should take that information down the road.
Świnie tapsia poga.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. Remember,
Robin's a quick study.
I am quick study. Bonnie Hunt here on a lovely polka-thon. We are doing that for all day long. We are going to be playing some lovely polka melodies. Also, remember, everyone who calls in now, you'll get genuine...
A free smoked sausage or a bronzed polska kielbasa.
Polska kielbasa, the bronze polska kielbasa, which is the honorary sausage covered in bronze. Oh, Bonnie Hunt, nice to have you back on the show. We are talking about your family and how many family you have in America. 7 you have.
Yeah, I have 4. I have 3 sisters and 3 brothers.
And they're all amazing Hunts, yes?
That's right, yeah.
They are the family of Hunt.
Yeah, my mother and father had 7 kids in 9 years. Uh-huh.
And no TV.
Well, apparently not. That's amazing, isn't it? When you think about it, Robin, I mean, you have kids. Can you imagine having 7 kids under the age of 9, no help, no maid, no babysitters? We never had a babysitter.
Never?
Never. Mm-mm.
You were sitting for each other?
Yeah, or they just left us.
What are we doing?
They'd leave us with a German Shepherd.
And the chef...
Watch us, yeah. My dad would make a chalk circle, and we'd have to stay inside of it until he got back home.
And the dog's going out.
We did have a clothes chute in our house. That was our ride for years.
So you used to throw your brothers...
Throw each other down the clothes chute. No, I was number 6 out of the 7. So I was one of the tossees.
So and you ended up landing on the others.
Actually, we never did that, but we did have a pile of clothes down there, which I think is actually still there. My ma's still there, in the same house.
She's still there living
in a beautiful brick bungalow there in Chicago.
Right there.
Yeah.
It's actually the Hunt Museum. It's for those of you...
It is a museum. My mom's like that lady in Great Expectations. She's sitting in the corner with a bunch of cobwebs on her.
I remember Bonnie will come back and all will be better again. And Mr. Squeezers came over the other day.
Hello, Pip.
Hello, Pip. Yes. Hello, what says to this? Oh, sir, never knowing why. All was well that day at the Hunt residence, and all was well
and
evermore.
So it was.
And so it was.
Bonnie would go to California.
And there wait.
To sleep on the casting couch.
And make a living for those back home and send back to Pip and the others that all was well in this place known as Hollywood. All of goodness that she has brought to this world, and you have, Bonnie Hunt. You have brought a lot of joy. Even to this man, Murph, your husband.
Yeah. Husband number 1, I call him.
Husband number 1.
My first husband.
No pressure.
No. I'm just trying to keep him on his toes.
And you say that he is a follically challenged man. He's a very hairy guy, you see.
Yeah. I remember when you first met him, you called him Brother of the Fur.
Brother of the Fur. We are that way. We have Coco.com. If you want to know, I actually sent my video to Coco, and she responded positively. Be a good... Which means I like him, have him washed.
I know. When you see that flea shampoo in the shower, it makes you nervous.
It gets you ready there.
Well,
When they ask you to please brush my back. And they don't mean just touch it, but really brush it. I mean, really comb it out.
We just had our 12th anniversary.
12 years.
Yeah.
And now that you're 12 years married, any advice for those out there for how to keep a marriage going, how to keep it hot after all those years?
Oh, please. What do you think? I would never give advice in a million years.
Well, the leopard underwear helps. You said that.
That's true, but I'm wearing it on the outside of my clothing.
Yeah, but that's why it's the whole Wild Kingdom thing that people really love.
That's true.
Sorry! Get ready, my darling. And this time, no one has to
It is kind of documentary, in effect.
Really?
Yeah, be married that long.
Really? And the Discovery Channel people follow you, and they basically try and bring you down and tag you before the wedding. We've attempted to isolate the North American comedian. Is it like that after so many years that you feel like that it's carrying on in a wonderful way?
Well, it really is a decision.
It was to begin with.
Yeah, but it really is a decision when you're married for a long time that this is, you gotta, keep working on it.
Yeah. It's a working...
I think it's interesting. I find it very interesting because all the stuff that you used to, when you first meet somebody, like the stuff you think is really cute, then you marry them and then it becomes really annoying. And then you come full circle and you're like, that's something I really laugh at because I just know they're going to do it.
Yeah, you mean this noise. Yeah, that one.
That especially.
Morning.
Wow.
Good night.
Do you know him?
Yeah, well, that's me.
I don't recognize that one.
No, that one's different. That noise I don't ever want to hear again.
But you have kids, and that's really great, because then you have another level of love.
Of involvement.
Yeah.
And,
well, certainly there's sex involved.
What?
We haven't done that yet, Irish Catholic.
You can't?
No, not until
well,
we're
what you
have
have to
a
do is, if you ever do, you have to do it standing up so God thinks you're dancing.
Oh, he'll think we're dancing, all right.
What is that?
I don't know.
Rumba. What are they doing? Kind of a rumba, I think. I don't know what that is. What is it? It's a tango. Why is Mommy? He's hurting her.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Lord.
Well, we have 2 dogs, and it's you can't,
But you can't do it like that all the time.
Oh, stop it! Why? Everybody wave to Robin on the other side of the line.
I'm over here,
Hello?
people.
I can't even see him anymore.
Good night, everybody.
He's getting smaller.
Yeah.
You know what? My husband's worried that I'm going to start dressing the dogs in the same outfits that I wear. I'll become one of those.
Oh, those ladies that go,
Yeah.
Oh, look at Petey. He's so happy in the leather.
Yeah, you know when you go over to somebody's house and they keep saying, look at the dog, look at the dog, look at the dog.
oh, no.
You know, look at Lacey, look at her, look what she's doing now, look at. Yeah.
And even the dog's going, I don't do this normally.
Well, both my dogs smoke, so that's embarrassing.
How do they hold them in little paws?
They do.
They can hold them there?
Yeah.
And you hear this at night? Oh, that whole thing with this.
That woof at the end was
the smoking bark and,
I really think one of my dogs is like we call her Mrs. Kravitz. Do you remember Mrs. Kravitz from the Dick Van? No, it was Bewitched. The lady who's always looked out the window and said, Albert, look what's going on over there.
And you think your dog is like that?
Really, Buddy is Mrs. Kravitz. Yeah, she runs to the window all the time and tells us what's going on.
She can and tells you what's going on with the neighbors?
Yeah, and she gives me the finger.
Oh, she gives you the finger?
Buddy, yes, absolutely. With her face.
Oh, okay. So I thought she pulls her little paw up and definitely pulls out one little...
she might do that when I'm not looking.
One little claw up.
She has the ability. But, they have personalities, specific personalities.
Oh, very.
Yeah.
And your dogs have a...
I'm talking about actors.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And they can't lick their ass like a dog.
Oh, well.
Once again...
You haven't worked with the people I have.
Well, I tell you that. That was just the audition, my friend. If I was that flexible, we'll be right back.
Oh, dear.
Our lines are still open. Remember, we're here with Bonnie.
I think they've been shut down. They might have even been cut.
We're here with the National Hairball Foundation. If your cat's making this noise, might help. Please call National Hairball 976.
Oh, Robin, honey, you can't have that on there. People are going to get sick.
What? Hearing that noise?
Well, that makes me gag.
No.
The noise.
Oh, the noise. Oh, I thought you were talking. Well, that's different. That makes me gag. Mr. President, that makes me gag.
Do you still have your dogs?
The 2 poodles? Yeah. We got the poodle. We have
Poodles?
2.
You had a boxer.
She's gone.
My dad brought home a dog, a German Shepherd once, and she was pregnant. I think I told this story before, maybe. Forget it. No, I'm just kidding. And she was pregnant, and it was a German Shepherd. I was 7 years old, and my mom told me that she was married and her husband passed away because my mother didn't want me to even think that a dog could be pregnant without being married. So the dog had puppies on New Year's Eve, in the early 70s, and we had all these little puppies, like 10 puppies, and the little run of the litter was dead. So my mom brought it upstairs, and we put it in a shoebox, and she was going to let us have a funeral in the backyard, all the kids. So it was sitting on the kitchen table in this little shoebox, and we were waiting for my mom, and we got dandelions, and we were going to do a whole thing. And she says to my dad, she says, Bob, I think I saw the paw move. And my dad said, Alice, the dog's been dead for hours. Maybe it's rigor mortis. And she says, I just want to make sure. So my dad went downstairs, and he got a bottle of whiskey. We didn't see him for 2.5 hours. No, I'm just kidding. He brought the bottle of whiskey.
That's right, dog.
Hey, I see him moving now.
I see everybody
the whole room spinning. But he put his finger in the whiskey bottle and put on the dog's mouth, the little whiskey on its little mouth, and then its little tongue came out.
And it was alive.
Yeah, and we called that dog Whiskey, and we kept it until it died. And, it grew up.
And every day you had to give that dog a shot.
Oh, yeah, it was a Coke addict by the time it was 2 years old.
Come on, boy, heel. I'll sit down for you.
I mean, come on, can you imagine how many times we were arrested? I was scoring for my dog.
Yeah, it's just for the puppy.
It's for the puppy.
Oh.
No, that's a great story, isn't it?
That's wonderful.
Yeah, but in those days, in the old neighborhood, you used whiskey to cure everything.
Everything.
Like, baby teething, you put whiskey on its
and
gums.
then nap time.
Baby night.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Mother would drink whiskey to breastfeed so the baby would fall asleep.
Yeah, and then the mother, too. It's all wonderful that way.
Yeah.
Whiskey's it's an all-purpose thing that way.
Baby, it is a medication.
And I'll tell you.
It's a liquid med.
It works for me. I remember I wasn't afraid. I had a couple of shots. I said, Dean, I've lost a good peep. It's somewhere on the ground.
And I mean that.
It
Next
is.
time you're in town, I'll keep an eye out for you.
Look out. And at Christmas, I put the one with snow.
And I shake my head, and God knows what's happening.
And it's listening. Who can tell now? Eyeball glistening. What the hell now? I'm shaking my head, keeping it red, walking in a winter.
Looking through a winter wonderland.
We'll be right back.
And we mean that.
And we're going back to Shmuel. I love you.
Thanks,
You
Robin.
danced with a lot of people, Bonnie. I remember when I first saw you. You were in the Ice Capades version.
That's right.
And that was so beautiful. You had Katarina Witt, Tanya Harding, you had ice fighting, and I thought that was, for me, an incredible thing. I love that. The first time you whacked her with a stick, I thought...
I remember that time she got a hold of my hair. We were spinning for a good half hour until we
That's
finally
when-
hit a wall.
That was the most wonderful evening in the Ice Capades history. And the
was.
fact that you did
It
it
was a
in those
thrill
big
for me.
costumes, too.
Oh, I know.
You know, dressed like a Hanna-Barbera character, spinning her.
I was actually H.R. Puffin stuff.
But that was before you started. Wasn't that your adult movie name? H.R. Puffin.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
I guess it would have to be.
Yeah, H.R. Puffin stuff. What's your name? My name is Cheney Bush. I'm starring in Rear Guard.
Do you know that's a good joke? I mean, I know you came up with it off the top of your head. The
At the top
George
of my
Bush
head,
and
right
Dick
there.
Cheney.
Cheney Bush.
Cheney Bush, the
Or
porn
Dick
star.
Bush. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
There will be right there. Who's not going to vote for those people? Dick and Bush. You know, that's... You know, you're going to have
I guess
a whole...
that's the way it's going to be on the ballot.
What?
Well, it'll be Cheney and Bush.
Oh, Bush Cheney.
Oh,
It'll be Bush Cheney. Or Cheney.
Okay.
I don't know. Either way, you're covered. We'll be right back with Ruta Lee. Ruta Lee is on our show. Ruta, nice to have you here today. Ruta Lee. who's
Hi,
on-
honey. I am exhausted.
I'll bet.
Took me 2.5 hours just to get the jewels off last night, and the whole routine started backwards this morning.
And then I had to get the Rams out of the room. But we'll be right back. It was so frightening.
Ruta Lee hit on me.
Did you?
No, I'm
No,
kidding. Ruta's
okay.
a friend of mine. She'll laugh, honey. Honey, my favorite color is shiny. That's what she said to me. She's all-time favorite character, Ruta. Honey, please. I've been dipped so many times. I don't know. Yeah.
And?
No, I won't finish that.
You can finish it.
No, the ending of it actually is Jonathan Winter's ending.
What is that?
I don't know if it's dirty.
Like we haven't done that?
Well, you have. Have I? I
Join-
kind of joined in, didn't I? My
join
mom's
me,
dead because
join me.
of
Don't be
the
afraid. Don't be afraid, Bonnie.
Oh, my God, I'm on the other side of the line. I'm losing oxygen.
Yes. Do it. Say it.
No, I can't.
You can.
No.
Bonnie, come on.
No, what are you? You think I'm a coked up porn queen? Come on, honey, we're going to shoot it once. Nobody will even know. We are filthy. I don't do blue.
What?
I don't do blue.
It's more of an azure.
Oh, God.
It's more teal.
It's like a beige, like they say in
Beige.
Chicago.
Hey, that's right. Put the beige there.
Do you remember my brother-in-law, Mike? He's like, Bonnie, I'm going to paint the upstairs a beautiful Delta beige.
Beige?
I said, what's going on?
That's Bodeus. And tell about the story.
Oh,
The
you
beautiful,
guys, what?
Well, your mother dear at the Bel Air, just, you know, when she found out about
okay.
the minibar.
Robin and I did Jumanji, and we're going to have the premiere, so I brought out all my brothers and sisters and my ma. So I put them up. Oh, it was actually Century Plaza or something like that. One of those, wherever the premiere was, it was near there. And
Down by the airport. Yeah.
Yeah, by the airport there. They wanted something nice, and if there's an
Yeah.
emergency, they can get baked O'Hare real quick.
Very quickly.
So anyway, they stopped by for a couple, 2, 3 cups of coffee. I said to my mom, don't worry, the studio's paying for it. Well, I had to tell my mom the studio was paying for everything, because then she wouldn't have enjoyed herself, because she'd be worried that I was spending too much money. So Ed Russell, this great guy that works at, Columbia TriStar, I think he's still there, gave me this piece of stationery, and I wrote up a fake itinerary for my mom from the studio, saying you're going to get these first-class tickets, you're going to stay at this great hotel, and the whole family's invited, so that they could all come and not worry, right? So my mom shows up in Los Angeles, and they stay for 3 nights. I have 6 brothers and sisters. They're all there with their kids. And my mom discovers the minibar. And she said, well, what's this? And I said, Mom, you know what? She goes, oh, look at these prices, $3 for a Snickers bar. And I said, well, Mom, you know what? This is all on the movie. So you help yourself. If you want something at night, you go ahead and take something out. Don't worry about it. Oh, my soul, it's so expensive. I can't believe it. I should have just got some Twizzlers at the airport. So the 3 nights go by, and you and I, we met for lunch. Mm-hmm. You were in town, Becca. I met you guys someplace, and Murph was going to meet us, my husband, John Murphy. So he says, before I meet you guys, I'm going to stop and pay the hotel bill, because he told the hotel not to give a bill to anybody in the family, and that he would just come that afternoon and pay everything. This is the end of the 3rd day. So he goes to pay the bill, and he shows up for lunch with us, and he's in a really bad mood. And I thought, what's in a bad mood with Robin? Robin's funny. We're having a great time. And I said, what's wrong? And he says, $4,000 minibar bill. I go, what? He goes, we had a $3,980 minibar bill. My mother, for 3 days, had gone to all of the rooms that were inhabited by my family and emptied all the minibars, sometimes twice a day, and then called us, and we wondered why she asked for an extra suitcase.
She's like a Russian tourist. Like,
That's what
I
happened.
just need some room. She emptied the minibar.
For 6 rooms for 3
The minibar
days.
guy must be going, whoa, I like this lady.
This family's got hypoglycemia.
Ooh, Mira, come here quickly. This lady, I love her.
Yeah, so I made $1,000 investment in Ritz crackers and goldfish.
She's back in Chicago. I've got
You
all
know all
the-
that stuff's still in the suitcase.
It's there. Yeah.
Sure, the
She's
little
packed
bottles of
just in
booze
case
and-
there's another war.
That's true.
Or a
It's
bunch
in the
of
bomb
midgets.
shelter in the basement.
Yeah, or a bunch of midgets come over. You got those little bottles.
That's right.
You can never break out those things without, little people coming
You
around.
know what? I can make vases out of those.
Out of what?
That's my mother. She can make something out of anything. Don't throw that out now. I can make a vase or something out of that.
Mom,
oh, yeah, no.
Mom,
toilet
that's a
paper
toilet
rolls,
roll.
whatever.
She
No,
can
she
make a
does. Robin, I can't believe you just went to that.
She makes.
She saves toilet paper rolls. Oh, we can make telescopes for the kids. A little saran wrap on the end. You sprinkle like little sprinkly cans.
And they think they're looking at the universe.
Yes.
It's like the Hubble, but it's theirs.
You know what my mom would do when we were kids and we spilled something?
What?
My dad would go, for the love of God! And my mother would go, before we wipe it up, what does the shape look like to you? If we spilled milk. I mean, can you imagine these two people married? Talk about a sociological experiment. They should have had cameras in our house like Big Brother.
Oh, that'd be
We
wonderful.
would have been a hit series.
Yeah, but then who would they make leave every week? That's the hard
Oh,
part.
I don't think they would have had a hard time with that.
There-
I watch it.
You watch it?
Yeah, even
Have
though
you
it's
watched
on CBS.
Survivor too? Have you seen that one?
I've seen a couple of Survivors.
And those are very interesting.
That's nothing. I mean, when you're one of 7 kids in a 2-bedroom house in the middle of Chicago.
That's Survivors.
You know, that
That's every
Survivor
week.
thing's nothing.
Yeah. Give me that!
Eating bugs.
Oh, that's nothing.
Come on.
That was before
That's
lunch.
how we cleaned each other.
Good night, everybody. That's how you basically groom in our home. We're working our way back. Once again today, we're with Bonnie Hunt. Holy Toledo Bon, you come from Chicago, a great town, a toddling town.
Yeah, but you come from Chicago originally.
Don't tell
also.
people that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was born there.
Oh, I know you were born there and then you left.
No, I actually lived there a long time. I lived in Lake
Talk to the
Bluff.
producers and see if they've done their work. They didn't give me. I tried to get some research on you before I got here today.
I've had all of that removed. All of that stuff. all of my background.
Surgically removed?
Surgically removed, yeah, along with that wart.
Cervically removed.
Cervically removed. Ooh, at your cervix.
Ouch.
Dilated to meet you.
Oh my goodness.
We've gone
So, wait, are we done?
No?
Oh.
Do you want to go?
No, I don't know. You sound like you were wrapping it up.
I'm not wrapping it
I mean,
up.
you know
Do you
what?
want me to wrap it up?
No,
Hold
you know
on.
what I got,
Bobby,
Robin?
give me
I
some
got
paper.
this from my dating years. I was always trying to sense when the guy wanted to, end the date.
Well, but then the date ends when he goes, so how about your place? That never happened.
That's when it begins.
Oh, really? That's when
No, not with me. It ends.
Oh, really?
But you know what? I was out with a guy one time.
And he said,
Well, I didn't. You know what? The minute I got in his car, I knew it wasn't going to work out because he picked me up at my mom's house. I was like 19 or something. And we got in his car and he had a fancy sports car. Very fancy. And I said, oh, yeah. And I thought he's got this car because he wants you to say something about it. So I thought I should say something.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I like your car. And he said, it's not a car. It's a toy. And I thought, oh, I don't like him anymore.
did you get out right then? Or
No, because we were moving at a high speed. But once we slowed down, I jumped out. No, we went to see a movie. He brought me to see. Wait, do you hear this? He brings me to see The Hunger.
Ooh.
Yeah. Do you remember that movie with
Yeah,
Catherine Deneuve and Susan Sarandon are nude and they're making love and it's all, David Bowie's great in it. But anyway, he takes me to see this movie and I was raised that my 3 older brothers, my dad, if they were going to go on a date with a woman, he would have them go see the movie first
And report back.
and then decide whether or not they'd take a woman to see it. They had to preview the movie.
And then you
So
were
the girl
allowed-
would never be embarrassed. So this guy with the toy instead of the car, picks me up and takes me to see The Hunger. And it's 10 minutes in the movie. And I turned to him and I said, I was really embarrassed. I mean, the only thing I saw nude with somebody else in front of me was a doll, And this guy sitting next to me, and I think I was still in high school, yeah, I'm pretty sure. And I said, I really think that we should leave, because I'm embarrassed of the movie. And he said, well, all right. So we got up and left. And he says, well, can I take you for a drink? And I said, all right. So we go to this bar, and he orders a glass of Chablis, which I swear to God had never heard of. He said, I'll have a glass of Chablis. And the woman says, and what would you like? And I said, I'll have a bottle of beer. You don't have to bring me the glass. I said, I'll just drink out of the bottle because I was from Wrigley Field area. That's what you did.
Right.
That's a delicacy. Straight out of the bottle.
Right
because
there.
it's got a good, fresh taste. Still right from the glass.
You don't want to put it in the glass.
You don't want to bother with that.
You're right, because it'll ruin the taste.
Sure, if there's soap residue in a glass from a restaurant from the dishwasher.
Bingo, you're
right.
dead.
So, the minute I said, you don't have to bring me the glass, he said, you know what? Cancel the order. I think we should just go home. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
that's
But
not-
now that we're married, I feel that,
You've gone through that.
No. I never
That was
I
just-
never heard from him again. But that was, a class
But you are,
friction.
You are a classy woman, though.
I was very nice girl, and I was very polite, and I had good manners. I mean, I didn't say,
the fact that
give me a both, and no glaze.
Yeah. What are you doing? I want to just warm.
And I didn't say, you going to finish that? Because I'll do it. I'll drink that.
I'll finish that. Hey, those nuts. How about that?
I don't have to order a new beer if that guy's leaving.
Hold on. And that smoke over there is only half true.
That's right. In fact, that's got the same lipstick I'm wearing on it. So I'll just finish
or
that
what?
smoke.
I can finish this, and I can also finish my lipstick off. What are you crazy about with your toy? Ooh, mister.
Yeah, he was one of those guys, but he was really handsome. So I was, my vision, my integrity vision was blurred by his handsomeness.
You were blown away by that.
Yeah, he was really cute. But then, when I started talking to him, his looks disappeared. It was like one of those Twilight Zones where the more he talked, his face was morphing into somebody I didn't like.
You can't stay with me.
Yeah.
Let's go home now, Bonnie.
Yeah.
You understand what I
want?
No,
he had no personality. He just had the toy.
The toy. Mm-hmm. Let's go now, Bonnie. I think the evening is over. We have to get back.
Can you imagine? And I remember I went home. I think he picked me up at 8. I was home by 8:45. My mother said, what happened? I said he was Irish. I'm sorry.
Good night. Our lines are open here. We've had our Irish Premature Ejaculation Foundation. 976.
Please call. You only need one hand.
That's right. Remember that. It's a short call. Don't even put the quarter in it. You'll be done by then. That's right. Remember that. It's too late now. If you have a problem with premature, 97.
We only charge after 1 minute. So
yeah, that's right. You'll never get through the first 30 seconds. So it's a free charge. Don't be afraid. Call 9.
Oh, no, come on.
We're going to stop here, but next week, Ms. Bonnie Hunt will return to me for more conversation. Remember, no cat here, just people. You come back next week.
This is Audible.
Blue Wolf Productions presents Robin Williams at Audible.com with Robin Williams and Bonnie Hunt, Part 2.
Again, with Bonnie Hunt. For those of you at home, an extraordinarily funny woman, and also, I would like to say, a great dancer.
Oh, dear. You just love sound effects. I think all guys do.
They do.
They like to make those kind of sound effects. The only sound effects girls really know is dgush.
Dgush?
Yeah, that's like something falling or something.
Dgush. And also, the other one. Yeah, that one.
Oh,
yeah, that one.
I taught my nieces and nephews
yeah.
when they were little. It was really funny.
That's a great one to do.
They have them do ridiculous double takes.
Hi. What are you doing? That's all.
My friend taught his daughter when she was 2 years old to say, "I'm having a nervous breakdown." And it was just the fun. We'd make her say it wherever we were. We're like in the store, and she'd yell, "I'm having a nervous breakdown." She has no teeth, 2 years old. I'm having a nervous breakdown. So funny.
Oh.
So funny. I love teaching kids phrases.
What are some other phrases you've taught kids?
You have to slow down.
What?
You have to that's why I taught that to one of my friends.
Eugenio, you have to slow down?
No, my girlfriend, Karen's daughter, actually grabbed my arm. She's 2 years old. She said, "You have to slow down." It's funny when you give them adult phrases and you give them the inflection and they memorize it. It's really fun.
This isn't really going.
I've been messing up a lot of children with it, but still, it's very entertaining.
Anything special that you've taught them that really just kind of, stops the whole thing dead in the water? This isn't going very well, or...
No, I haven't done. No dirty words.
Yeah. Oh, bozo, boys and girls don't say that word. Cram it, clown.
Cram it, clowny.
Yeah, stick it up your ass.
Oh, now that's you do my version first, then you do your version, the translation.
Yeah, blow it out your ass, bozo. Yeah, it's oh. Too far. Thank you. Bonnie's there once again on the other side of the line, and Uncle Robin lives over here in Mr. Blue Land.
That's right.
Mr. Blue Land.
I don't do blue.
I don't work blue.
One time I was on Letterman and I said I don't do black, and I meant to say blue.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And you got a lot of calls? Yo, Miss Hunt, I'm going to talk to you.
I got a lot of calls, a lot of offers.
Really?
No.
You don't do black till you know it. That's right.
Oh, dear.
Mm-hmm. Don't be afraid, Bonnie Hunt. I know you, girl.
My friend in high school was Shantae Williams,
and
I remember she was so funny when she sang Memories in the high school variety show, and we were really good friends, and she sang, "Memories may be beautiful and yet," and I said, "Shantae, it's beautiful." And we had a huge argument about whether it was beautiful or bootiful.
Beautiful.
And then they did this test at our school where they gave us a test in jargon. Well, I guess it's called Ebonics now, but it was jargon then. And then they did it in regular, whatever, English grammar. And all the white kids passed the one that was in English grammar, and the jargon, and it was the exact same questions. So the intelligence, they did this as a sociological thing in our high school. It was really great.
You had the first Ebonics exam?
I went to Notre Dame for girls. Notre Dame High School for Girls. My dad made all the girls in our family go to Notre Dame High School for Girls.
And where'd the boys
go? And all
go?
my brothers got to go to whatever high school they chose.
Where'd they go? Where'd they go and what high school?
My one brother went to St. Ignatius, my brother Pat.
Yes,
That's where my dad went to school with Bob Newhart.
Right there.
And my brother Kevin went to Gordon Tech. And my brother Tommy went to Weber and then left and then went to St. Patrick's High School for Boys.
And so you basically went through the whole Catholic school system.
The boys did.
And you?
The girls all went to Notre Dame High School for Girls.
That's a Catholic school too, unless I'm mistaken.
You could not make love, as the nun said. That meant kissing within a 3-mile radius of the school.
Or they would go off?
You'd get kicked out of school.
Really?
Yeah. You couldn't be kissing a boy or holding a boy's hand.
And that would be it? You'd be kicked out of
out.
school? You were holding a boy's hand?
You couldn't do that.
Gone.
Gone, right. Within a 3-mile radius of the school.
But outside the 3-mile radius.
Well, we were all doing it.
Yeah.
That 3/4 of a mile is a lot of sex going on.
No, right there. Just beyond that. 3 miles. Right beyond that one, 3 miles.
Not me, because, I was raised that, everybody dies and goes to heaven, and my mother would say, oh, your grandma's watching over you forever now. And then when I started dating, every time a boy kissed me, I'm like, grandma's watching.
Yeah, I'm not going, put in your teeth.
Oh, dear. But, it does freak you out when you're raised like that, because you just...
That would be a pretty heavy thing to lay over you, that knowing that your relatives are watching you, especially when later on, when things actually are happening. I wouldn't. I couldn't imagine my grandmother imagining, me and college.
Oh, see, that's.
Oh, sonny boy, what are you doing?
Fear of God thing. It did, kept me in line for a long time.
Really? You had that like hanging over you, like the whole.
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
Even after you're married, it was like, oh no.
No.
Well, because then you're okay.
Once you're married, they can't see anymore. A big cloud goes in front of their eyes. God sends a cloud in. Send the cloud in. She's done it legally.
She's covered now.
That's right.
I can't see him anymore. What are they doing? Hold on there.
My mom told me feminine napkins when I asked her what they were. I saw them in the bathroom underneath the sink in the vanity, and she said they were Barbie doll mattresses.
Barbie must be sleeping very much like a futon.
She did in those days. I used them, too. I took them out. I said, great. Now, finally, Barbie and Ken have a place to sleep. That's what I used.
They sleep, and it's absorbent, too. What is that?
That is true. That's what she told me.
They're Barbie doll mattresses.
Those are Barbie doll mattresses.
And then years later, you're still wearing a mattress.
It's just painful when that doll's still on it.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
No wonder I'm walking funny.
Come on. Murph, come over here.
Stop it now. No, I'm not even letting you go on that one.
No, I see the little head.
No, stop it. Oh, dear.
Oh, my God, it's Malibu Dream House. There it is. Oh, my God, they're trapped in there. We're going to get some food and water to you.
Why would I bring up that topic with you, Shvinya boy?
Shvinya boy.
It's Robin Williams and Pig Boy coming to call this again.
Shvinya boy. You enjoyed Water Boy.
What will Pig Boy say now?
Shvinya boy. He'll cross the lines of taste. Shvinya boy.
This week, Pig Boy helps the nuns out at the convent.
Hey, Penguin, have you ever seen one of these? Shvinya boy.
Dear.
Oh, well.
Penguin?
Penguin. I've never been near a Catholic school. I was Protestant. I was Catholic light. Same religion. Half the guilt.
Right.
Yeah, we just had a covered dish. That's as close as we got to it.
No, the nuns were something.
What were they like? Did you have Sister Mary Dick Butkus, the big ones? I mean, they had a friend who went to school.
We actually had one nun that we called Sister Snow Cones because she had large chest.
Yes?
Yeah.
Sister Snow Cones?
Sister Snow Cones. Yeah, they got into the room a half an hour before she did, actually.
And they never met Sister Slurpee, did you?
Oh, dear.
Oh.
No.
No, but Sister Snow Cones, and what was she like?
You better hold my Modis and figure out how to access the Internet.
Oh, dear. Your Mod, does she have a computer?
She's got a rotary dial phone.
Well, that's close enough. We'll be right back. Our lines are still open. If you have a rotary dial phone, sure, I'm on the web, darling, and it's so sticky. No, it's like, what is that? A rotary dial?
The house is vintage.
Your house?
Yeah.
Which means to say it's like, 1900 then, right there.
You know why? My dad died when I was 18. He was, 50. So he was a young man. But when he put the paneling, I told you he put one piece of paneling up in the basement.
And that's a rec room.
It was no longer called the basement. Right. It was just like, where are you going? To the rec room?
The paneling?
Dad, going down the basement. It's a rec room now.
Yeah.
Put that paneling up.
And that one light bulb.
No, he was a genius, my father. Literally, when he was bored, he would build an extra room on the house.
Serious?
He was a genius. A brilliant man.
Kind of the Winchester Mystery House thing of it had to keep building.
Well, I woke up in the morning. I never knew where I was. I couldn't even get that out. My mom loves the house because my dad, when he put the paneling up in the kitchen, he wrote all of our names on the different walls with a big glue gun. And he said, someday when we're all gone and somebody takes this house apart, they'll see all the names on the walls.
Whoa. Mm-hmm. That's like with an eye to the future.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Our lines are still open. Please help. The Bonnie Hunt Foundation. Please. Bonnie's been directing.
Born Again Virgins Foundation.
Please, if you're right there, remember you can always grow back. The Born Again Virgins. It's right there. You'll never
my
know.
mom cannot ever listen to this, ever.
Never.
Neither can my older brothers.
No, because
They'll hunt you down,
and
beat the crap out of you.
Beat the crap out of me and leave me bleeding in front of a church.
2 of my brothers are second-degree black belts.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
In?
Which 2 we don't know. They want to
Yeah.
keep us surprised.
Yeah, but they also have a couple of brown belts too, and 1 Naugahyde. But that's a whole other thing. But you know, we won't go that way because I know your mom and I've met her and she's a sweet, lovely woman, and I don't want.
Hell of a kisser. I mean, that's what you said.
Yeah, but that was one night. Come on now, she came. That was after she emptied the minibar.
Talk about a fourth.
She had 4 of those little bottles. We got crazy.
No, my mom doesn't drink at all.
None?
No. Once
No?
in a while, she'd have a pink lady, please.
Pink
Yeah.
lady?
Yeah, that's I don't know what that is, like vermouth and Pepto-Bismol. Or
and
something.
yeah, there's vodka and
It's
Phillips.
creamy and pink.
Have you ever had vodka and Phillips Milk and Magnesia? It's called a pile driver. It's real good.
Wasn't that your nickname in high school?
Yeah, pile driver. Yeah, or Mr. Backup. You know, that's a whole other way. Your nickname. What's your nickname? Oh, easy. I don't know. But
Mine was Virgin Years.
Virgin Years?
No, I'm kidding.
You're not. You know, you obviously were out there even in high school. You could do wild
Putting
stuff.
it out?
Not putting it out. No, you were. No, I'm not saying you put it out. You were to the wedding.
Robin, the first time I saw a man nude, I was a nursing student.
And then you said, please get out.
No, I made him put a towel over his head the first time I had to put a catheter.
Over his head? That's not the problem there.
No, his face, I meant.
Oh, over his face? Because you didn't want to see, I mean,
I couldn't see his face and everything else at the same time.
Oh, you just want to have one at a time?
It was too overwhelming, yeah.
So basically, you don't want, or put a face on that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I do that now.
Yeah, if you draw a face on it, it's much more fun. You can make it talk. Come on, Petey.
Oh, Petey. Oh, dear. I'm scared now. I'm really worried about the filth.
Filth?
Yeah, you got to clean it up.
All right, I'll try that, Bonnie. I'll work because you have made me aware that I've really gone too far.
No, honey, you haven't. I'm worried about,
the world.
Yeah.
The world doesn't need any more filth. We need to kind of go there because, well, that's why you put the...
I just don't want Satan influencing people.
No. And that's why you put the towel over that man's head.
No, I really did.
And
Supervisor came in the room, and there's a man with a towel over his head, and I'm, giving him the catheter. That's so true. I was 19.
The guy with the towel going, it still hurts, but you just didn't want to see him. You mean you couldn't see the face? And
I was overwhelmed. I couldn't sleep the night before because I knew I had catheter duty the next day.
Catheter duty?
Well, that was my first day I was learning.
Really?
Yeah. He was very nice.
The man?
I think about him a lot. No.
That's why I carry this towel. And I've got to do this interview now with, can I take the towel off?
In fact, if Murph doesn't have a towel over his face.
Is why you love him.
That's why I love that man.
But you also have those little towels you make him put on.
No.
And then,
no, stop it.
Okay.
No.
Easy.
Bing, bing, zing, zong.
Let me see the little rabbi. Woo!
Oh.
You know the story about the priest and the rabbi? They're swimming nude, and all of a sudden they see some people in the corner, and all of a sudden the priest covers up down there, and the rabbi puts a blanket over his face, and when the people go, he said, the rabbi says, I don't know about you, but people in my congregation know me by my face. See, that's why you did that. That's the old thing. You see, that's why you said you don't want him knowing you. I mean, that way, if you're putting up there, you don't want him to know you.
No, I got experienced.
You are experienced. You are.
Well, I was in that call room every night.
Yeah, but that's that whole thing. That's why.
That whole nurse thing.
The nurse thing. You were a trauma nurse. You handled everything.
Yeah.
You had to do it all. For how many years were you a trauma nurse?
I worked in the emergency medicine for 2.5 years.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I loved it.
Yeah, you were great, I heard. No, I mean...
I was okay.
You did very well.
I didn't like when injured children came in. I always felt like, very maternal and would agonize over it.
Really?
Well, it's terrible to see a child in pain.
It's the worst.
But, it's good because you can comfort them.
And you did great with that.
I guess so. I worked with my brother for a while. That was interesting. We were in the same emergency center together. He's a doctor.
Right.
He was a janitor. That'd be funny. I'll tell you, it was amazing. One night he was cleaning the floor and this woman came in. She had a sample.
He put a little Clorox on.
I said, what do you got for this? Yeah, so that was kind of cool. He was in my movie, my brother Kevin.
Your movie worked great. People love that because it's all about people.
I did really like it. It was really nice to have that response.
Like
Wall Street Journal did a poll of the top 10 movies that people go to see more than once, and we were in the top 10.
Right
like
on.
with Titanic and...
Serious?
Yeah.
That's because you
And
made
Saving
stuff
Private
based
Ryan.
upon, you said, family and friends and people you know, and like you said, real
Well, I
comedy.
don't have any original thought.
You don't?
No, I really don't. I don't think I do. I think I really just draw from what's already been and then do a combo platter,
Oh, you mean like,
of imagination and reality.
and then mix them up. And then
Yeah,
kind of a
that's
late-
kind of the way I describe you.
Well, that's been mixed up for a long time. But that's
Thank God.
Thank God for that. But you're like, people said they've never seen like family portrayed that realistically. But that comedy about, all that stuff that you did with Jim, the great character.
Yeah, they edited all that out for the airline version.
Serious?
Yeah, they cut Belushi and I apart.
And then the DVD they took, you had some great stuff for the DVD.
Well, isn't that strange? I did this. I was telling Robin when I first got here that I did this DVD commentary, and then they told me I had to take all this stuff out. The legal department wanted me to take all this stuff out because they didn't know if people would know I was joking or not. And that's what the DVD's for, to, I don't know. Maybe they're not a good idea. I don't know. It's not a technical movie, so. Oh, apparently Carol Merrill's got something behind the.
What is it now? We have prizes.
Say the name of the movie. Oh.
Say the name of the...
Return to me.
Return to me.
Oh, my dear, I'm so lonely.
Bonnie Hunt. Return to me.
Hurry back,
On
oh my
DVD
dear,
with her
hurry back,
commentary.
I am yours.
Bonnie Hunt. A woman for now. She's singing
Turn
the
to me
songs that we all love and care. Bonnie
For
Hunt.
my heart
This
wants you
fall
only.
on CD, DVD.
Hurry
for
back,
free.
hurry home to my lips, to my arms and my heart.
Folks, a lot of us down in
My
Nashville
darling,
been wondering about what are we going to do to really come
if
through
I
all
hurt
this.
you, I'm
But Bonnie Hunt brings it all home to you in a way that only you can
Forgive
appreciate.
me.
Bonnie's bringing it on there with a hair that's
Please
higher than
say
anything you've ever
you're
seen before.
mine.
Return to me.
Return to me.
Friends, it's been that kind of day. We've had a love
Please
festival.
come back,
Yes,
Bella
indeed.
Mia.
That's it now.
Hurry back, hurry home to my lips, to my arms and my heart.
Bonnie Hunt on DVD. That's all you need
It's a
to
great
know.
tune, isn't it?
Oh, baby.
My mom used to play that Dean Martin album all the time. And then I signed a fake birthday card from Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis.
To your mom?
No, to me.
Oh.
And I brought it to school. And I mean, I was such a square kid because I had all these older brothers and sisters. I was like into all the Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis, Rat Pack, that kind of stuff, because of my mom. And all my friends were like, who's Dean Martin? I was like, he's my godfather, and he sent me a birthday card. I did. I tried to pretend, and they called my parents in and said I had a problem with fabricating stuff.
Well, it's called forgery, but that's okay. And these checks are not going to work either, Miss Hunt.
I really did want to marry Dean Martin.
Serious?
Yeah, when I was a little girl.
Oh, it's bad. Bonnie,
Yeah.
come on over here.
I wanted to be friends with Jerry Lewis and hang out with Dean Martin. And not much has changed, really.
Like you said, these aren't cufflinks, but
They're curb feelers.
Ah, but-
Dean Martin says you're not drunk if you can sleep on the floor without hanging on. And then that other one he always does, last night there was a woman banging on my door until 2 o'clock in the morning. I finally got up and let her out. I love that. Great. Oh, no, his other great one is, God bless my mother-in-law. She's 88 years old, doesn't need glasses. Drinks straight out of the bottle. God, what are the other Dinos? I love all Dino stuff. Because you know what? He was truly the funniest out of those guys. Frank was entertaining.
Yeah.
He did all right.
Yeah.
But Dino was great. That's why I did Return to Me based on that song, because my mom used to play that song all the time.
Seriously?
And then I took his 61 vocals, which has never been done before, And
remixed them?
I did a whole new arrangement behind them. I did 4 of the songs. I love music. My favorite thing.
I hear that you do.
Baby, when I get in with the boys and they're moving their sticks and making the licks, you know what I'm saying.
We know you, crazy Bonnie.
That's me, baby.
Bonnie, let it fly. You know I try for you.
You can do anything, can't you, Robin?
No, not.
Except sing.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Ow! Totally. Oh, jeez. I used all my parents' albums to do the entire score of the
That's
film.
one way to save money.
Not the score.
Oh.
The score was, of course, done by Nick Pike, but the soundtrack was my mom and dad's albums.
Really?
Yeah, the Jackie Gleason Orchestra.
Serious?
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Wow!
Yeah, but, it's funny, the music department, MGM called me and said, did Jackie Gleason sing? I go, great, they're the music department, I'm in trouble. I'm like, no, guys, he had an orchestra.
Yeah, it's just him.
Yeah, he was great, though. He was like Jerry Lewis in that sense. They didn't write or read music, but they could
just
put it together. And I was able to do the same thing, you know. But I did work very closely with Nick Pike. And then what I would do is just talk to the musicians and say, I hear ba-da-da-da-da, and then they would play it, and then we would chart it, and that's how we built the arrangements.
Bonnie.
I know, it was really great. It was incredibly creative and great.
And you're working on another movie right now.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Anniversary.
And this is about?
It's about a couple that is divorced.
Are you afraid to talk about this?
No, and his parents don't know, and it's the guy's parents' 50th wedding anniversary, and he goes to ask his estranged wife to come home for one weekend and continue the charade of them being still married.
And? Okay, we won't.
And hilarity ensues.
We'll be right back.
It's really funny. It's really funny, and then you cry, so you really love it. And we got great clothes.
And people love it. Girl. So when are you going to do the movie?
We just finished the second draft, and now we'll go to actors with it next week.
You'll send it to actors?
Uh-huh.
Right on.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
You're going to get it made, girl. Well, I think this has been...
Are we done?
No.
Oh.
What you want?
I don't know, honey. You keep going to that. You're like that guy. I think we should go home now when I got the beer in the bottle.
Well, just suck on that bottle. We'll keep going.
Oh, hello.
I wasn't going blue. I was just going back as a recall. Bonnie Hunt is on our show El Loco. She's here with us today in the studio.
Sí, cuando vengo no encuentro nada. Mamá, tía Luisa, ¿cómo gritas si yo no estamos? That's Robin.
Y cae los viernes, brought to you by Dos Hombres Avocados. Dos Hombres Avocados. Two guys legales. The number is 222-2222.
18 free.
I can't believe it. I broke my arm and got $25 million. I can't believe it. I broke my arm and got $25 million.
And he broke it himself.
That's right, but you can get this money now. We're still here with Bonnie Hunt. We're still working on this stuff. Bonnie Hunt, you are just a joy. All the people here in the club love you. Praise the
the
power.
club, the PTL club.
PTL. You have, and we have all admired your work. As you said, a woman who stays on that line, that side of the line that we call goodness.
Oh, come on now. Now you're making fun of me.
I'm not making fun of you.
Yes, you are. That's all right. You don't have to.
I
Sure,
could.
people are laughing randomly.
Laughing randomly? Like,
Laughing randomly?
Laughing
I don't even know. You know what? I shouldn't speak too long because then people find out how uneducated I really am.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, I don't want anybody to think I'm stupid or nothing.
No, you ain't stupid, Bonnie. You have a great mind that's sharp as a
Drill
spoon.
and twice as boring.
I'll be right there. I'll tell you that right now. You bring it home. And, you know, you're looking great.
And I throw away the receipt. That's the problem. Once I
always.
get it home.
That's it. You throw
No
away the
taking it
receipt,
back.
and no one's going to know. You got to keep the receipt, Bonnie, because that's why we did this whole house. You know, when you were building that
I
ad.
love that show.
That is fabulous.
Yeah, I like...
Have you seen the new guy, the guy that just says this? Let's take those old
Oh, Christopher Lowell.
English. Put out in the English stores.
He is really something.
Work with me.
Oh, my God. He's a character, that guy. I mean, he loves playing that whole thing.
My other favorite show is Iron Chef.
Oh, I watch Iron Chef, too.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to pick up. No, venga,
Oh, God, no. Look at these. Finger salad.
What do you do? Oh, cutting. Leave it in the salad. More better.
Leave it in. Good.
All the time. I'm cooking
That's a
away.
good lubricator.
That's all the time. Look out now. Now you add the shrimp's eyes. Put in the shrimp.
No, you chop up cat.
Oh,
Just kidding.
No,
we
not
don't
cat.
serve cat here.
Not cat here.
Only dog.
No.
Old dog only. No young dog.
No,
We are go people.
Old dog. Go people. No dog. No, yes. Come on, now.
Cha.
Put it
Oh,
inside.
yeah, don't let him go outside.
No, go outside.
Bring him inside.
We have
Clicking.
offended everyone now. Wow, we've gone all over the world to offend everyone.
I actually met a real estate agent that spoke like that, and we saw a cat. I was looking at a house, and there was a cat. I saw a cat walk by in the house. And I said, oh, they have a cat. He goes, there's no cat here. I said, no, I just saw a cat. It's no big deal. I like cats. No, there's no cat here. And I said, well, no, I just saw a cat. I'm looking at my husband, so of course the minute we got in the car, I'm imitating the guy. But he says, there's no cat here. There's not here. And I said, well, I just saw a cat. He goes, man, I tell you right now, the people here don't have no cat. And I said, well, all right. He goes, there's no cat here. I said, all right. He goes, you're not here. You don't even wake up this morning. You're still dreaming. You never even meet me. Nobody's here. I'm not here. Close the door. Move.
You are like a butterfly. It's a dream of what
That's
goes
right.
on.
You start at home, then you start calling.
You are making money while you sleep. No cat here.
You see no cat.
No.
You don't even see me. Look at me. I move around you. You spinning around. You're still at home sleeping. Wake up, Bonnie. Wake up.
Wake up. Bonnie, you are gone a long time.
There's no cat here.
There's no cat here.
There's
No
no
cat hair.
There's no cat here.
No cat here, no cat here.
No, he really thought we wouldn't like the house if there was a cat in it.
And I said, listen, baby, I've worked with some of the biggest cats in the business.
And I love you.
And I love you so.
Janet Jackson, I dig her in a way I can't even go.
I don't know. Did Sammy see Janet make it?
In his lifetime?
In the business, yeah. Sammy passed away, you know. We've lost Dino, too.
We've lost
Frank
a lot.
and
They're all up there.
Joey Bishop's still hanging in there, though.
Yep. And Bob, too?
Bob Hope.
Yeah, it's wild, and that's...
It's wild, baby.
I'll tell you that. It's crazy. Is that me?
Kiki D.
Yeah.
That old I forgot who did that routine
Yeah,
where
Kiki D.
Bob Hope always did the first names of women
Yeah, we're
louder
here in
than the last
Beirut.
name.
Yeah, Brooke Shields, Kiki
Brooke
D.
Shields, yeah.
We're all here. It's one giant sand trap. I can't believe I worked my way to Jerusalem with only one club. Yeah, they say
Come on,
Jesus...
those Road 2 movies.
Yeah,
you know, you're having
right
a good
there.
time.
The road to Jerusalem. They say that Jesus played through with a wood. I can't believe it. I'll be right back. I don't know anymore.
Oh, she made a drinky drink. Oh, Robin's been drinky drink?
What?
I
That's
don't know.
bullshit. That's bullshit. I haven't had a
I
drink.
know, it's not as drunk as
I love
Steeple
you.
Pink.
Listen.
I've had 2 martinis and Royal Fime Ties.
You are...
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
so
you're a darling...
mucking fast.
What?
Oh,
Shit. Oh, God, you're going too far, booby. Bommy.
I didn't swear.
You didn't swear? I did for you, my darling. I did for you. I took the
You
chance.
took the fall, baby.
You took my creative bullet.
I said right there, let me fall for B. My little bum. My bun. Vous êtes un bonbon pour moi, Bonnie. You are...
Frosh Giuseppe's.
We love you in Paris, you know. Jerry Lewis, Mickey Rourke, Bunny Hunt.
Mickey Rourke.
Bunny Hunt, we love
Every
you.
time I go into a club, which isn't very often, and I'm not talking about a golf club, but I see Mickey Rourke.
Do you?
He's always like sitting in the corner. He's kind of the new Tony Curtis.
Uh-oh.
Tony Curtis used to always
Jarrell.
be sitting at Nikki Blair's in a corner booth with like blonde bookends.
Right. And those
with
really were
shells.
bookends, yeah, with shells.
Really, the women are unbelievable.
Aren't they amazing?
Hourglass figure. Early
Yeah.
part of the hour.
Yeah, right there, just before the sand falls.
Exactly. No, I remember bringing my sisters to Nikki Blair's one time when they came to visit me.
And you saw
And
Tony
Tony was in the middle, and I like Tony Curtis. I think he's a great entertainer, good sense of humor.
Right.
Then you think about Some Like It Hot, and you worship these guys.
They were the best.
Jack Lemmon.
Yonder lies my father's castle. My name is Antonidas. I'm a singer of
Oh,
songs.
God. I mean, hysterical. And I heard Billy Wilder talking, or maybe Cameron Crowe told me this. I don't know. Cameron did this whole book on
Billy Wilder.
Yeah. I actually gave Cameron a book on Billy Wilder when we first started working together.
Really?
And then look, all these years later, he wrote a book.
He writes a big book on Billy
Isn't
Wilder.
that cool?
Yeah, when Billy Wilder said about L.A., he said it's Mr. Gothic.
God bless you.
Well, no, thank you. Okay, now tell her the Billy Wilder, the book you gave to Cameron Crowe, and you were telling a Billy Wilder story.
Oh, he was talking about the end of Some Like It Hot. Forget it. People don't have the
This is a great
reference.
story. I know the story. Tell it.
You tell it.
No.
You know what? I'm really afraid I'm going to make a mistake and tell it wrong. That's why I'm afraid to tell it.
Tell it. Tell the damn story.
It's the ending with Jack Lemmon on the boat.
And?
Right. And the last line that character actor, when Jack Lemmon says, I'm a man.
Right.
It's nobody's perfect.
Right.
Great out. But there was a different ending.
And what was it?
I can't remember. That's why I'm telling you. I was worried to tell the story. You made me tell it.
Bonnie.
Who are you, Jay Leno?
Hey, Bonnie, tell the story, Bonnie.
Make me tell story.
Bonnie. You know the story, too, that supposedly at the very, very end of the movie that Billy Wilder turned to all the crew and said...
Oh,
Jack,
I don't know that.
You don't know that one?
Go ahead.
Oh, no, you know it, don't you?
Go ahead. I don't know.
I can't do it. No,
find
I'll
out.
screw that story up.
Oh,
Okay.
stop it.
Okay.
Don't be me. Now I know how annoying I am.
What?
I'm going to fire myself.
I didn't know. We'll be right back. Our lines are open. Just remember that. We're
Don't
here.
say lines are open. People are going to think they are open.
They could be. We could do that if you want. We can right now. We can start the United, the telethon we put together last time.
My mother's written in.
Did she already?
Called in, too, on the rotary dial.
And?
She just got through.
Yeah, because it took her that long to dial
That's
the...
right. It's too many nines.
Yes, I'm going, oh, dear.
Gosh, how did you ever make a phone call in a hurry?
Yeah, you couldn't. But that was those days,
It was better.
You don't have to rush around. All these people,
At least when you were drinking and dialing, you could think about what mistake you were going to make.
Yeah. And
now it's just too instant, and you're like, I always love you. Oh, my God, what did I just do?
Yeah, and then the man the other like, love you.
I like when you say basically when you do your the Indian accent.
But basically,
Oh, God.
there is a problem, basically.
Basically. Well, basically.
Basically, your Motorola phone is not working there.
No matter
Basically,
what you said, well, basically.
you are intrinsically going the wrong way. I have seen you dialing your mobile rotary phone.
And basically.
That is why I first made a mobile. I made a mobile phone with a rotary dial, and many people are having problems. Basically, Does that because normally they're used to pushing the button, but I thought, why not go back to the retro phone?
I have a rodeo dial phone.
A rodeo dial? So you have to come out of a little chute?
A little something.
Listen to me, baby. Just show me a rodeo phone where you have to ride a bull and get on that phone call.
Well, that's no problem at my house.
Woo! Murph, take it home, Daddy. Oh!
Murph.
That's a rough thing to say to someone. Who's your daddy? Why, come on now. I don't want anybody in the middle of sex to say, who's your mama? You know, I know where she is. She's at home. I don't want that.
You don't want to be thinking of her.
Yeah, I don't want to be thinking of her.
No,
going,
no.
I love you. Oh, no. Who's my sonny boy? Oh.
Your mom's a character.
Oh, Lord.
Tennessee, she's a scream.
The type of ones that Tennessee Williams would go. Too much. I can't do
Two women from completely different universes, my mom and your mom,
together.
at the premiere of Jumanji, totally having a great conversation.
It's like Neil Simon meets Tennessee Williams.
It really was.
Ma, isn't this a lovely night? Look at the stars are like jewels hanging on the back of a dog.
And now your mother. No, I'm just kidding. No, my mother's like, do you think I should have worn the short sleeve polyester jacket with a long sleeve polyester blouse under it? No, she looks so cute.
If you want to start a fire, Mom, don't be afraid.
You're safe. Oh, she was so cute.
They had a good time.
Oh, yeah, my whole family had a... Remember, I got limos for all of them. It was a really big deal.
It was wonderful.
Everything we had improvised, any natural, funny moment was gone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a great movie, you know, visually and all that stuff. But...
all the stuff we tried is like...
We wanted so much more. Yes, we did. It was you and me.
We want more from
Why
that.
have us?
That's what
that's what I say.
all the time.
Yeah.
I look around me and go, why have us?
Why have us?
Thanks, everybody. This has been Bonnie and Robin, heading it out your way. Bonnie, thanks for being here today, baby. You've done a lot for the world.
Thanks, Robin. Thanks for having me.
Oh.
Thanks for